Hello YouTube, welcome back to The Life's Good. I'm AJ, this is my channel, and today I'm on the plot, as you can see. What a chilly, windy morning it is. Oh my goodness me. One day it's lovely and sunny with temperatures around 12 degrees, maybe 14 at times. And today it's about 7 and it's blowing a hoolie and it's pretty damn chilly, I don't mind telling you. It's been a few days since I've been active on here. We've had a lot going on with the family, and as I've said before, Paul, that's Jane's father, has been very ill. He's currently in hospital. We're all hoping that he's okay, and Jane's away there to visit him today. So wish Paul all the best. And if you didn't know, this plot that I'm now working on was in fact Paul's garden. Well, it is Paul's garden, and the family have very kindly let me take it on. So my thoughts and prayers are with Paul, his wife Daphne, and the rest of the family. So they've got a lot to contend with. In the meantime, I've been let loose and I'm down here on the plot. Now, a lot has happened. I've been up to all sorts here, and I'm going to take you off of the tripod and give you a quick walk around and an update on what's happening here on the plot. Right, well, I've lifted you off the tripod and I'm now holding you freehand, so apologies if it's a little bit wobbly and a bit swayy, but I'll do my best to keep you stable and not let you get seasick. You can see on the front of the shed here now, that was the original water collection point, but I've actually replaced the end of the gutter and put a better pipe in there, as there was a lot of spillage taking place. Well, I've just got this old bin stood next to it now to collect rainwater that overflows from that into there, and I've been using that to fill my small watering can. In addition, I've now acquired this new water butt. I picked it up on Facebook Marketplace. I think I paid £25, and that was a nice clean new butt with a base, and it's got a tap on it. And in addition, I've added the guttering to the side of the shed, as you can see, with a nice downpipe going into that water butt. And following the recent rain, that is now about halfway full. So I'm very pleased with that arrangement. I'm catching rain from the roof of the shed and storing it there for use on the plot. I've also got a new plant. This is my culinary bay or kitchen bay. I picked it up at a local garden centre. Nice healthy looking plant, and I do like using bay leaves in my cooking, and this will be ideal, a little focal point in the garden perhaps, and certainly useful in the cooking, so that's good. What else have we got here? We've got the corner here, the compost corner. I've sited that sort of Dalek plastic compost bin next to the wooden structure there. I've started filling that. This I've tidied up, I've forked through it again, and I've now covered it with cardboard to seal in a bit of heat and stop it getting washed through with the rain we've been getting. I don't want all the goodness washed out. So I've covered it, and since I've covered it, which was about a week and a half ago, it's actually gone down about 6 inches. That was quite a big mound, and it's already gone down quite a bit. So covering it and sealing in the heat has helped the process of composting in that frame area there. And adjacent to it, you can see the rhubarb is coming on. Now, when I first came down here, that rhubarb was hidden underneath a pile of all sorts of brambles and trimmings from the hedge and grass clippings and goodness knows what else. I've uncovered it and loosened the soil around it. And as you can see, we've got some lovely stems of rhubarb coming up there now. Nice big leaves. So we're looking forward to some rhubarb later in the season. Now I'm going to lift you around, if we can, let you look across the plot. I have been scratching around on here, as you can see. I've got a little pile of weeds there, and there's a small pile up there. But as we walk along here, you can see now, I think I showed you I put the raspberries in. So the raspberry canes are in here. I cleaned out that bed, lots of stones and all sorts of rubbish in there. And now, if we get you down close, I'll show you. Look at the shoots on that. It's doing really well, and as is this one and all the others. There's some lovely growth showing on these raspberry canes. So we may get some raspberries this year, but primarily what we will do is get a lovely crop of raspberries next year. And I've prepared this bed here. Now this is 4 foot wide. It's the full width of the plot, and I have already planted in here my shallots. And if I get down close, you can see they're already sprouting. Now, some people said, maybe it's a bit early for your shallots, AJ. I don't think so. They're quite hardy. And I've put in 3 rows here, a total of 78 shallots gone in there. And alongside it, just here where this stick marker is, up there, I've sown parsnips. So we've got 3 rows of shallots and a row of parsnips in the plot already, together with my raspberry canes. Now, treading carefully, so, oops, I just walked into the shed. Silly me. And we come down to the polytunnel because I've been busy in here. And if I open the door, you'll see immediately the difference in here. I've got myself a nice little workstation. I've used an old bit of board that was in the shed. I've constructed a small wooden frame underneath, and I've got the potting frame. What is this? A compost thing? I don't know. What would you call this? This is my workstation with an area where you can sow and grow and fill your pots with soil and sow your seeds and so on. And alongside it, the original staging that was in here, I've cleared off, and I've now got all my various trays and propagators sitting on here. And if I can do this one-handed, I'll lift this one off so you can see under here that crash bang wallop. Here we go. You're looking at my pots now. I've got a collection of pots sitting on the floor. They're all very useful. But in here, I've got some courgettes sown in these little fiber pots. I've sown cabbage in, this is spring cabbage, sown in this one. And I've got some calabrese in here. Now there's a contentious name because what we buy in the supermarkets that everybody calls broccoli is actually calabrese. And the true broccoli is more stemmed with little purple heads on the end. So calabrese as opposed to broccoli, but that's in there. And I've got some cauliflower sown there. Chives. I went through my daughter's packets of seeds that she gave me. Some of them were a bit outdated, so I'm wondering if they're going to germinate or not. But one of them was chives. So I've sown chives in that one. And I've put some nasturtiums in here. I do like nasturtiums in the garden. They attract the bees, and you can eat the leaves and the flowers in your salads and so on. So useful plant to have in the garden, a nasturtium. What am I going to do here? We lift this if I can. It's all very awkward single-handed, guys. If I take this lid off without disturbing too much, you can see under here I've actually got garlic chives sown in this little terracotta pot, and I've got some Brussels sprouts in the back there, and I've sown a few sweet corn in there. So again, you know, looking forward to harvesting those later in the season, providing they germinate. Now this Brussels sprouts and the garlic chives were both in my daughter's seed collection that she gave me. I think, if I remember, that it was the year 2024 was the sort of use by date. But I did a bit of research, and a lot of these seeds will be viable for a lot longer than the suggested use by dates on the packets. So yeah, you never know. If I get something out of this, I'll be happy. I don't expect all of the seeds to germinate, but if a few do, I'll get some plants. Underneath here, this is sweet peas. I've sown some sweet peas. I do like those. They're a lovely, fragrant and colourful flower. And marigolds in this one. So I've got 2 trays there of flowers. And I do like putting the marigolds in amongst the vegetables. Apparently the marigolds give off a scent that helps to ward off certain bugs, and I think also that the bees are attracted to them, so that's a good thing as well. And a lot of butterflies that would lay eggs on your brassicas, for example, the cabbage whites, notorious, they go to the colourful flowers rather than your vegetables. So it's kind of not a fail-safe, but it's a sort of precautionary plant to include with your vegetables. So I'll be putting marigolds out on the plot in amongst my vegetables. I've got a lot of seeds and packets going on here on this little potting station. I still can't work out what it's called. Is there a specific name for this? I've lost the plot completely. But yeah, this is very useful. It's made of plastic. You can sit on here and sow your seeds into containers and trays, water it, and then put it out on your staging. But that's very useful. And Jane, bless her, and her mam have let me use this King of the Garden mug while I'm down on the plot. So I get my cup of tea in there, King of the Garden, away we go. Yeah, I've been out and about and doing a few things. I also made a purchase the other day of this. I'm going to show you this. If I can put it somewhere securely, I'll try and hold it up there for you. This tray, I bought this in Lidl's supermarket, and it was a £5. Very long, deep trough. It's got a watering system with it, with a little float indicator. So you water it through this spout at the top. You put the water in there, and there's a little indicator that rises up to show you that there's water in the bottom of this. And underneath that tray at the bottom, there's like a reservoir of water. So you plant above it, and the water waters everything from below up. Not a bad bit of kit for a £5. You get all of this, the water valve thing, and a little brace to keep it from bowing out in the middle. A £5 in Lidl's. Not bad, that. I'm pleased with that, and I'm looking forward to using that. Not sure what I'm going to put in it yet, but I'll find something. Yeah, so I need to pop my tray lids back on, my propagator lids, and I've got a few more things to do today. Just wanted to give you an overview what I'm doing. What else did I do? Yes, I'm going to turn you around now. I had issues with this door. The door to the polytunnel, it kept jamming on the floor. I couldn't get in easily without trying to lift the door and twist it and turn it to get it over those slabs. And I noted that one of the hinges further up had rusted somewhat. So I've actually put a couple of new hinges on it, one there and one further down. You can see it just there, and rehung it, and it works perfectly. And then I had the problem that I shut the door and I couldn't get out because there's no handle on the inside. So I had this old drawer knob here, and just screwed that onto the door so I can actually get out. When it's shut, there's nowhere, without ripping the plastic, you couldn't get your fingers in to open the damn door. So I was stuck in the polytunnel. Hopeless. Right. So yeah, a lot happening, lots going on. We're getting there slowly, and I'm looking forward to getting back on the ground at some point. I've left a little walkway adjacent to that first bed. Just going to leave a narrow walkway, and then I'm going to make another bed 4 foot wide in here and get more produce in. And where that archway is, I'm going to leave a little walkway straight down the middle here. So there'll be a bed, a walkway, a bed, a walkway, another bed, another walkway, and then the final bed up to the pathway there. And when I come to put out my beans and other vegetables here, I'm thinking of putting a little arch here, a little archway tunnel, and growing all my runner beans, maybe some peas as well along here, all together as like an avenue with the archway going over the top. So you can walk up the middle and pick your beans at leisure. So that's all plans and speculation at the moment. But as you can see, we're making progress slowly. It's all coming together bit by bit, and I'm really, really pleased. All I need now is a bit more time and a bit more nice weather, and I'll be down here toiling away on the plot. I really haven't got an idea what to call it at the moment. The plot seems to be the in phrase at the moment. Jane calls it the allotment. Not a bad shout. It is like a small allotment, but yeah, that's what we've been up to so far. Whoa. Just pop that lid back on there, keep it all nice and warm. I'm going to leave the vents closed. They've got vents to open on the top of here. I'm just closing those. As with this one, I pop the lid over, keep the lid vents closed just to seal in some warmth and humidity, of course. And I'm about ready to find something else to do. There's plenty, believe me. Well, guys, thank you so much for popping in. Lovely to see you all again. And whatever I'm up to here, I will update you and show you. I do need to get back down to the bungalow, and I've got some aged beer to transfer into a keg. The beer I made with the spray malt is ready to be put into a keg, but I need to repair the lid. So I'll show you how I go about, well, it's not the lid that needs repairing, it's the valve. So I'll show you how I repair the valve with new rubbers and seals and transfer that beer into that keg. So that's going to be something I need to catch up with this week. Honestly, life gets in the way of everything, doesn't it? We've hardly had any time to ourselves. Guys, look after each other, stay safe, be happy, and please, if you haven't already, subscribe button, bell button, like button, you know the drill. And I'd love to see you back here again. And yeah, look after each other, be happy. Bye for now. Ta-da.